What's going on, guys, and welcome back to our Surviving Java series. As you can tell, we're in our green outfit getting ready to do our Firework rocket project. I've decided to go for the decorational rockets, the ones that have different explosions and colours and all of that stuff, just because it made the redstone behind it a little bit more interesting. And initially I was thinking about having it completely randomized, but then I thought that's sort of counterintuitive, because when I want to make these sort of decorational rockets, I want to be able to pick and choose the colours and the features of the ones that I'm producing, especially if it's being used for a special sort of decorational piece or a sort of display piece that you're going to want to organise the colours to match the sort of theme, which means I've decided to go for a certain build type. Now, because of the main resource required for producing the coloured firework rockets, or the decorational rockets we'll call them, is the dyes. So what we're going to be doing is doing something that I said that we wouldn't be doing in last episode, and that is working in the same area that we did last episode, and that is obviously at our flower farm area where we done the ink farm. So we've got a bunch of random resources that are over here used for the coloured rockets, and then I've got resources over here for actually making the structure. And to make my life a little bit easier, are we going to have enough room to carry all of this stuff in one go? To make my life a little bit easier when it comes to doing this, is I'm actually going to be building it in a sort of mountainside. There's a couple of mountains over. Oh yes, I did have enough room. There's a couple of mountainsides over at the flower farm area, which I've sort of earmarked where we could possibly do it. So, and also in between last episode and this episode, what I have actually done is I spent a very long time clearing a lot of lava in extending this tunnel here. I got rid of the portal that was directly here. So I've gone, sorry, portal removed as tunnel extended. If you are using this portal, let Joyce know and I'll fix it. And if someone is using it, I can put a portal in one of these walls over here, or do a little sort of corridor that leads to them. But I have extended this all the way down to where our flower tunnel is going to be, which is, I think it's just one section beforehand. And then I cleared a massive section here and moss carpeted it, so we wouldn't get the, what was we getting spawning here? The hoglins were spawning here. And I almost died. I popped 2 totems while digging this. One due to the lava, one due to the hoglins. So yeah, that was fun and games. But we've now got a direct route to our flower farm without actually having to go onto the nether roof. So we put a portal up here in our structure. And then we've got our squid farm with our guardians just underneath us there. I'm not sure if I showed this in last episode, where I extended the sorting system to come up into an elevator to then deposit all of the ink up here. So what I'm thinking is, first of all, it's night time, so we are going to want to sleep this away. Thank you. And we're also going to want to get rid of that shape there, sort of despawn sphere. So let's quickly go away. You shapes, remove, happy days. And eat. Yum 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 yum. So what we're going to be looking at is, sorry for that quick interruption. I was umming and ahhing a lot, so I decided just to cut that entire segment out. What I am thinking is to do it under here, mainly because you got the flower forest area, which is a relatively small one. It sort of spreads around here and over to here and just cuts a little bit into this hill before it hits a meadow. So I don't really want to go digging into here and having a pathway cutting through the flower forest, because I don't know what areas of the flower forest are going to be producing what flowers when it comes to building farms for them. So I think we're going to be digging a hole underneath this mountain here and actually having our firework factory underneath our cherry blossom biome. So we can sort of line it up directly with this building and have it coming into here, and then I will sort of get that mapped out and built in a time-lapse form, because otherwise it's going to be a lot of quick time cuts. And you know me, I do love a time-lapse because it allows me to get a lot more done in a very small amount of time as far as viewing in my videos go. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it. So after, I think it was 3 deaths by creepers, which is 3 more deaths by creepers. I think they already had the highest number of kills on me. I did manage to get this area dug out and then all of the redstone and the system in place for it. What I am now lacking, if we get rid of our overlay, is all of the items going the hoppers and droppers. Now I've got the majority of the items over here. So we've got gold nuggets, gunpowder, paper, the feathers and the diamonds, the fire charges, as well as glowstone dust. They all add different effects and trails and so on and so forth with the actual fireworks. What we are now lacking is the 10 different variations of colour, because I'm not going to worry about having black, white, grey or light grey dyes in order to do the fireworks with, because obviously them colours aren't exactly going to show up too well when you're using the fireworks. So we're just focusing on the 10 main colours other than them. Is it 10 or 12? I think it's 12. The other 12 colours is 16 altogether, isn't it? I am really disliking working this area, mainly because the Guardian noises, they actually break your the game audio after a while. So first of all, their sound will stop, and then because it's still sort of registering all of their shots, it will then start breaking other sound volumes, and then it will end up being that the only thing you'll hear is the picking up of blocks, which is pretty much my life over this area, which is becoming unbearably annoying. But obviously we've not got the dye farms up and running in this area yet. We're waiting for that to sort of appear on our board of projects, which means we're going to have to go tea leafing from another dye farm, and let's see where the closest one is. What area are we in? I know that there's one probably towards the south of spawn. Is there like one round here? I know that is one, and there was one on the edge of a swamp. I think that is this one. Is it that one that I want? No, it's this one up here. Nope, that's the one's base. Oh, this one here. This is the flower farm I want to go to. Oh my god, there's so many random project areas on this thing. Now, how far away are we? Oh my god, we're like 3,000 blocks away. I could go in the nether, but I really can't be bothered because I can't remember where that portal that goes to that flower farm is. So, I guess I'll meet you over there. Alright, so we are now over at this flower farm, and this flower farm is the creation of Sai and Sizzle. We've got a little derpy octopus here. they have actually got a fully working, I do believe it's a squid farm and a glowing farm. Right, you can see the squids and, oh my bad, I've got Frostwalker boots on. Whoopsie. Let's take that off because I don't want to go breaking anything. There we go. So this is their ink farm. I do believe that this one was meant to be their glow ink farm, but I'm not sure if that stopped working after they changed the way that the glow squids actually spawn or not, but that's a issue for them to solve. So we've got the 2 higher flowers, and then we've got a couple of the different random flower farms that dotted around the area. So I've got this one over here, and because it's on the edge of a swamp, I don't know if they've got one yet. They've got one over here for the swamp flowers, the orchids as well, which is all happy days. So what I'm going to have to do, what dye do you give me? Is that light blue? Oh, sweet, light blue. I'm going to get a full shulker of 12 of the different colours of dye. I did bring over my own bone meal supply, so I've got a bunch of shulkers of bone meal. Well, not bone meal, but bone blocks. So that way I'm not burning into their supply. I don't even know if they've got a supply over here or not. Let me throw down you, and we are going to have to make a whole bunch of shulkers. What is it, 12? Because we want a shulker of each, so was it like 24 of these guys? Do that. And we're going to want a crafting bench as well, please. So do one of these, and then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Happy days. So now it's a tedious process of me going around using all of these farms. Hopefully there's a bed in the area because I forgot to bring one. I know that they've got a... stupid phone. I know that they've got a way down, which is somewhere around here. There we go. Into like a little storage area. I'm just going to see if they've got a bed down here somewhere. Yes, they do. Happy days. Thank you, Science. It's all for thinking of everything. Is there... Guys, well, I'm not going to pinch any from their wall. I am going to take their bed though, just for the time being, because I'm going to be up top working. Oh, yeah, I did actually help them with a couple of their little mini farms in this area. So we've got the one for the sea pickles making lime green dye. And you got one for cocoa beans over there for getting the brown dye. I have no idea what that is. I think that might be for getting the coral fans. I'm fairly sure either that or seagrass. One or the other, but nevertheless, I'm going to crack out and get all of these dyes in shulker boxes, and I will meet you back after I've loaded all of my firework contraptions, so that way we can give it a test run and I can show you how it all works. Alright, so following that day now, it took around about 3.5 to 4 hours to get a full shulker of every dye. It was the lime green as well as the normal green. It took me ages to sort out, and that's obviously because I had to go all the way to the nether to smell it all. I had to hit up Sai and Sizzle's flower farm, then I had to hit up Mac in order to get some cactus, and then I had to hit up a separate flower farm, miniature one, in order to get the blue flowers. I forgot what they're called. Well, the ones that give the blue dye, because I needed blue dye in order to get the blue, light blue, well, not the light blue because I got that from the swamp flowers, and the cyan, I do believe it is. But nevertheless, this is now what we've done. I've actually decorated like a hallway that leads up to it now. So we've got a bunch of the blossom leaves as a seed in, just to give that particle effect as you're coming in. That because there was blossom trees up there, so I thought why not, well, the cherry wood trees. And then we just got inlaid lanterns that lead up to this hallway, and this hallway is where our firework factory is. So obviously when you was watching the time lapse of me building it, there was a lot of redstone being built, and obviously you don't understand what the redstone does at the moment, but the quick thing is that every single segment is a complete replica of the following one, and that is only so it dispenses exactly 21 items. And if you're wondering why I want it to only be 21 items, it's because when you craft the rockets with gunpowder, well no, when you craft the stars with the gunpowder and paper, you get 3 rockets per craft, and I don't want to create over a stack per craft, otherwise you'll end up with just a stack and a bit. I'd rather just have 63, which is how comes I've done 21. So the way this works is literally it's just a selecting system. The powdered snow, I did try cobwebs in front of the droppers in order to have the items drop straight down, and that just made the items go really slow. It didn't make them drop straight down, but the powdered snow just works a hell of a lot quicker. So what we are going to want first of all is that every initial StarCraft you need gunpowder. So we can just go here, get our 21 bits of gunpowder. Thank you very much. And then what colours are we going to want? Let's say, let's go with lime green. So as you can see, they don't get spat all the way out, because initially my first design, they were getting spat out all the way to the other side. So that's our 21 of the lime green. And let's go with, magenta. It's like a really odd colour combination, isn't it? Then we get 21 of you, and then we want, do we want burst shaped, large ball, or star shaped? Let's go with the burst shaped. By the way, feathers is something I was also lacking. I went through 4 shulkers of eggs in the end in order to spawn chickens, in order to just get some feathers, like enough to fill up at least a dropper's worth. And then we want the, I say twinkle effect. I actually prefer the twinkle effect over the trail effect. The trail effect is good for the larger explosions, but yeah. So what you do is that you get all of these ingredients. We can just throw them all into there. And then we get our burst firework, which is lime and magenta with a twinkle. And then we use this and we go over to say one of the gunpowder ones. And then we've got 3 paper ones above. And then this makes our rocket. Now obviously if you want it to be a tier 2 or a tier 3, for it to get shot higher, you can obviously have another dispenser of gunpowder. But for demonstration purposes, we're just going to do this. And that gives us our 63 fireworks of that particular type. So that allows us to sort of pick and choose the effects and whatnot. I did initially have a design where it was done on a lever system. So you sort of had levers on and off as to which ones you want activated. And I only had one of them redstone signals going around. And the way the redstone works is that when you press a button, it activates this redstone line here, which then pushes the redstone block over to this repeater. And then as it moves this piston, which is a sticky piston with an observer, it then activates this observer clock, which obviously has that spitting out the items. But at the same time, we've got a delay of 40 ticks using just repeaters, and that then kicks the redstone block back over this way, and then that is exactly what gives us the exact number of 21 items being dispensed. Initially I did try just having the comparator timeout clocks, and with 2 of them it was 14 items, with 4 of them it was 23 items. So no matter how I tried to tweak it, it was not giving me exactly 21 items, which is what took most of the amount of time actually working this out. If you're wondering what this room at the bottom is, this is just a demonstration room. So after I make a firework, I can just walk up, throw one of them over here, and then we get to see what it looks like when it gets exploded. Boom. Now obviously with the, I think it's the burst ones, you won't really see it that well because obviously it explodes at the top and most of the explosion is at the top. So if we go outside to give you a demonstration of these ones. Do that. There we go. Yay. Oh my god, yeah, Mac, you're going to have to wait, mate. It's like the Joker colours, isn't it? Magenta and lime green. Let me just say 2 secs. So let's try another combination of, say, one of the larger explosion ones. So let's get gunpowder. As you could tell, the sounds are now sort of disappearing because of the Guardian noises. It is so freaking frustrating. Let's go with diamonds. 21 diamonds is so expensive for fireworks. But I did break up a whole bunch of my ores that I had. And then let's go with large. See, no word of lie, no one's bothered me for the better part of about an hour and a half. And then as soon as I hit record, Matt comes on wanting my attention and I'm getting text messages. Okay, quickly reply to that. Okay, so what ones have we got? We've got large explosion, twinkle, 1 gunpowder, and we want to pick our colours. Let's say, let's go with blue. And then rather than have blue and something else, we can just do large blue trail effect. And then from the blue, we can do a fade off effect by adding the second color after that. So if we go blue to pink, and then what we can do with that, you can actually have the diamond and the glowstone, so you can have twinkle and trail, but you can only have one of these. I've not filled this one because this is the head one that allows you to have the creeper head like explosion shape, and obviously I've not got that many creeper heads yet, although we have got a charged creeper farm, so I could probably work something out in order to do that. Let's do that, and then let's get some gunpowder and some pepper. Thank you very much. It just makes the whole process of crafting them a hell of a lot easier, especially when it comes to picking and choosing. So that's our large one, and that is flight duration 1, large ball, blue, fade to pink with trail. Yeah, that one. Go over to our testing booth, throw you in, see how this looks, and then it fades to pink at the end, which is pretty cool. So that is our firework factory, and I'm quite happy because actually I do use these fairly often, so having somewhere that I can come and craft them in the area. The main thing that's going to be difficult topping up is obviously going to be the coloured dyes, so being in this area is going to make it a lot easier. What I am going to do is leave these two here. I am going to have to pick up all of this crap because there's so many of these that need to be thrown into the sorting system. So what I'm going to do is meet you back over at base once I've got my sound back, because these freaking guardians, this is what I mean, it's so annoying working around here. Yeah, once I've done that and I have sorted out all of my inventory and running these guys through the system, I will bring you back to spin the wheel to see what our next project is. Back at base at last, and we have now got Steve on, who's monitoring stuff going through, and he's holding the slime ball to warn all of the other slimes in the area not to keep on freaking spawning here. Like, I can hear another one somewhere and I don't know where he is. Where are you? Maybe that wasn't a slime, maybe it was a magma cube. Yeah, it's probably a magma cube. But he's overlooking stuff, sort of getting fed through the system. I've got all of them shulkers running through now, which is a godsend because, my god, do I hate having to run around to chests to sort everything out. Let's spin this wheel, and let's, what we're probably hoping for. Obviously we can't do another flower farm. I would like to get one of the wood farms done, because currently I don't actually have any. I know that Max now built a netherwood one, so I may head over there in order to top up my warped wood. So I blew through a lot of that. But the main wood types that I seem to be going through at the moment is mangrove and dark oak. And neither of them, like mangrove is the worst to manually sort of fill up on, considering that our whole flower farm area is mainly the mangrove logs. It's a little bit tedious having to gather them by hand. Like, each time I come up to one of these projects, I'm taking around about 2 to 3 hours just gathering mangrove wood. But yeah, nevertheless, let's see where this thing lands. We're on 7 again. It landed on 7 last time, isn't it? That's where we put the cherry wood tree farm. Okay, let's see where it goes on number 7. There's a couple of nasty ones on 7, but there's a couple of like pretty easy ones as well. Well, we all know that anything that is meant to be easy I tend to make overly complicated, so yeah, let's see what that actually lands on. number 1. Which is down here, an industrial district project. You know what? We've not actually done anything. We did put the amethyst farm over there, but I wouldn't class that as being a industrial project one. So we can grab that, and we've got a flower farm one up there already. I don't watch. Have we just filled out with one of our random things? Say no fighting back. That one can go there. Awesome. So it looks like we are doing an industrial project in the next one. Or I'm gonna have to have a think about what farms we need urgently over there that we haven't already got on our board. So yeah, it's going to take a lot of thinking, and I'm going to have to design a building. Or we may actually just design a building in order to go on top of the amethyst thing. Cheater, Mac. Stop it. Yeah, so what we'll do is I'll probably do that in between episodes, work out what I want to actually do over there, so that way I've got a game plan. At the moment, I don't really know. So yeah, let's just sort of see how that goes. But nevertheless, hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode. Hopefully we'll make some actual use out of the new firework factory, because I did actually have fun building it. It was pretty enjoyable. I don't know what a armor set to go with for the next one. Should we go with, like, have we got yellow? Is there a yellow one? I'm fairly sure there is yellow, but I don't know if we've made a yellow armor set. We have not. We've got 2 versions of white. I may switch one of them to yellow, or I may make an additional set just for like the sort of hazard yellow, because you can use gold. I forgot that you can use gold as a trim. But yeah, nevertheless, hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode, and hopefully I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.